Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I am Ria and this is my mother Ami. So today we had a very interesting video idea that we wanted to shoot, and what is on your mind today?
So I want to give a very important tip to the parents to set the right kind of belief system for their child.
Oh yeah.
The most important thing in the child is the belief system, because the kind of belief system is set in the child is the way the entire life is going to be for the child.
Yeah.
So how to set the right kind of belief system for your child is something I would like to talk about today.
Okay.
Everything else will fall in place after that.
So when you talk about belief system, this is something I think we've also touched upon in the past in our videos. You would say belief system is one of the most important things in life. Like, I also think it also sets the tone for how you function as a person, what thoughts you have and things like that.
Right from the way you think, the way you have your decision making, the way you feel about your own self, everything is based on the belief system. So the most effective ways to set the right kind of belief system for your child is what I want to talk today. Yeah, so how a child's belief system is set is through all the senses, what information the child has collected. So which are the 5 senses through which we obtain information?
Eyes, ears, nose, taste and touch.
The 3 most important modes are what we hear, what we see and how we feel. Taste is certainly there but not that significant, and so is smell.
Yeah.
But all the 3 other senses are very important. So first and foremost I would like to talk about the most important mode, that is the auditory mode.
Right.
What the child is listening is going to impact the belief system. So why I want to talk about this today is most of the parents, they want the right kind of upbringing for their child. They want the best for their child, but they do not know what to do to make that happen.
Yeah.
So this is the easiest way to make sure that you are doing the right thing with your child. Whenever you talk to your child, be mindful that whatever you are going to talk is going to set as the belief for the child. So many a times, knowingly, unknowingly, when the parents are angry, they say something which is not right for the child's belief system.
Yes.
So if parents can be a little mindful whenever they are talking to their child, it will make a huge difference.
So I understand being mindful, but like I'm sure there are some 3 key ways in which you can ensure that through the auditory way of communicating, how do you strengthen your child's belief system?
So first and foremost, make effort to speak such kind of words, such kind of sentences which will set right kind of belief system. Second is, whenever you are talking to your child, be little mindful that there is a difference between talking, communicating and venting out. So whenever you are venting out in front of your child, that is also going to set as the belief. So let's say you are angry, you are frustrated, and then your child is in front of you, you take out that frustration in front of your child, you are good for nothing. Is that whatever commands you give, though those commands are not what you want to say or you believe in, but still the child is taking inputs.
Yeah.
Whenever you are speaking to your child, just a little bit of mindfulness that do I want this to set as the belief for my child will make a huge lot of difference.
Wow, that is so interesting.
So 2 ways. One is make efforts to say the right things, and second is be a little mindful whenever you are talking to your child.
And what about when someone is just angry? You know, like sometimes you're really angry and you just don't have control over what you're saying. And I'm sure it happens to the best of us. So how do you take care of yourself in that moment? Like how do you take care of your words in that moment?
So Ria, we have talked about this in our last video as well, right? The code word technique.
The code.
Whenever parents are angry, the child can remind about the code word, and then the parent will, stop at that particular point when the parent is shouting at the child.
So you would say that is an effective way? So
That is an effective way, because see, this is the peculiar situation that the parent is angry and the parent is venting out the anger on the child, and the child will help the parent to pause by this code word. And this also makes a difference, Ria, that now I am angry, I am speaking this, but as such this is not going to do anything good for my child. So then you again you need to select whether you want to vent out or you want to communicate.
So if that was the auditory way of dealing with the situation, how do you think when it comes to like the way you see, like the way a child sees you, how do you think you can inculcate a healthy belief system? Like, do you...
Yeah, so your expressions matter, your body language matters, when you are talking to your spouse, the way you are arguing with your spouse, everything is what the child is seeing with the eyes. So that is also setting the belief system by the visual mode.
So
Right.
you would say that the way when a child also hears things, they are also seeing and
registering everything in their mind. And the third way is the way the child will feel, the kinesthetic part. So when the child is loved like this versus the child is hit, the kind of feeling the child will have is also setting as the belief system. Very simple. When you are loved, you feel worthy. And when you are hit, you feel completely unworthy.
So even if the person is not registering that the whole scenario has happened in the moment, it is still something that stays in their subconscious.
Yes.
So this is like a building block that is going to make such a difference.
Yeah, so our subconscious mind does not know what to filter.
Yeah.
Whatever it is exposed to 24/7 is registered. We think that the child is sleeping or the child is playing and not listening to what we are speaking or doing. It is not like that. Our subconscious is active 24/7. So whatever is happening around the child, the way people are talking, the way people are behaving, the way people are making them feel, the way people are thinking about them, that energy also goes, right?
Yeah.
So everything matters. Parents, just by setting these things right, they can ensure that the right kind of belief system is set.
That
So
is
it is
interesting.
difficult as well as it is easy. Once you get this, it's very easy, but it requires a little bit of practice. So say day before yesterday I was a little upset, but I was mindful that when I'm upset I just cannot pour everything on
Another person.
on another person. So I will take some time, I will go out, I will go for a walk, I will just call and talk to a friend, in whichever way I can
Vent
out. And
But
then,
I think it is such a simple thing, but it is sometimes so difficult to register, like that there is a very decent way to vent out, that you don't have to have a whole...
so Riya, I don't think it is difficult, but what I feel is that is the way people are used to. So there are two things. First and foremost, many people are not aware about this.
Yeah.
That the way they are talking, the way they are behaving is creating such a huge impact on the child. And another side is certain people think that this is the way of life because this is what is happening all the time with everybody. So this little bit of mindfulness will make a huge difference in the child's life.
For sure.
So as far as the auditory is concerned, just imagine what these words and sentences will make a person feel. If someone says you that you are good for nothing, why are you born to me, why do I have the child like this, that child is so good, that child is performing so well,
Why
that
can't
child
you be
is
like
always
that?
on stage,
Like
comparison. Just imagine how will you feel or how will anybody feel listening to these kind of statements. The summation of all these statements is forming the belief system. And then later you want the child to be a performer, you want the child to be the confident child, you want the child to be the disciplined child. From where all these things will come? You need to feed and pour the right kind of water to the plant. Then the plant will give fruits. That's why this is very important. Now versus this, just imagine when you listen to these kind of words that I am so proud of you, I am so glad to have a child like you, I feel God has blessed me with the child like you. How will you feel? What will be your belief system when you listen to these kind of statements?
And I think like you will also feel worthy, like you'll feel loved, that you're, I think that is one of the most powerful things ever.
So later on, parents have the complaint that the child is not confident, the child is not disciplined, the child is not wanting to get up and do something, there is no motivation. From where the motivation will come? From where the confidence will come? When all the time the child has listened to these kind of comments, how will the child feel motivated and inspired?
Exactly. It's like you constantly keep telling someone something, they start believing it. Like It is that simple.
So whenever you have complaints like the child is not disciplined, the child is not motivated, the child is not confident, just understand that this is about the belief system. So that is about the auditory commands. Now coming to the visual, whenever you are talking to your child, your expressions, they matter a lot.
Yeah.
When you are angry with your child, the way you make your faces, even if you don't hit your child, the way you raise your hand will create such an impact on your child's mind.
Yeah. And I think that is also like an equation that plays out in other different relationships throughout. Like,
yes.
so I think it is such an impactful little thing.
And the worst form is, you know how much I'm against hitting. So the worst belief system is that when the child is hit.
How do you think hitting impacts a child?
How do you feel when someone hit you?
I won't feel nice.
It is not just that you will not feel nice, you will feel completely unworthy.
You feel powerless.
Powerless.
And hurt. And also it is very, I don't know, it just feels very unfair also. Like, I don't think anybody has the right to hit anyone else. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a body is a boundary, right? So how can you just step in and
Absolutely.
show your power over someone else like that? Like, it's very unfair.
Absolutely. And most of the times you see there is no reason to hit the child. That's what I say all the time. Try to do the root cause analysis. Whenever there is some behavior which you think is not right in the child, first thing you need to do is the root cause analysis.
What is the root cause analysis?
Root cause analysis is, say for example, what are the occasions when you feel like hitting your child? The child is throwing tantrums, the child has lied to you, the child has not done the homework, or the child is back answering you. All these are the occasions, and many more. Try to find out the reason behind this behavior, the primary reason. That is what we call it as the root cause. And then try to resolve that at the root. Do you think by hitting the child is going to get disciplined? And no one deserves your hit.
And honestly, even if someone does get disciplined after hitting, it's only out of fear. And not because they actually want to do something.
So it will not go a long way.
Yeah.
The moment that fear is not there, it will come out in a different way altogether. If you don't want to discipline your child through fear, the best way is to make your child understand why it is important to do something. It is said that try to grow the soul of your child.
That is so beautiful.
Yeah, because if your child knows why certain things are to be done, certain things are not to be done, then you will not need to raise your voice, then you will not need to hit your child. So by growing the soul, I mean to say that make them understand how to think good for themselves. So I would like to conclude by saying that start doing this one thing. Whenever you are interacting with your child, take care of the words, take care of the language, the tone, the pitch, your expressions, the way you hold your child, the way you even the way you think about your child, because it is not only about the verbal and the visual impact, it is also your energy. So everything starts with the way you think about your child.
That is what it is very important to be intentional.
Purposeful.
So yeah, this was our video today, and what we primarily learned was about how to work on your child's belief system through the auditory, visual and kinesthetic way. And if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and stay tuned for our videos, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.